The Curly Howard mystery is finally solved, and it isn't good. For generations, Curly Howard has made audiences howl with laughter as the most beloved member of the Three Stooges. His childlike innocence, perfect physical comedy, and signature knock nuke became iconic parts of American entertainment. But behind that masterful comedic performance lurked a tragic reality that Columbia Pictures worked tirelessly to hide from the public. Today, we're revealing the heartbreaking truth about Curly Howard's life and career. Facts that transform our understanding of those classic comedies we've enjoyed for decades, from hidden health crisis to studio exploitation, from undiagnosed mental illness to the alcoholism that helped kill him. Curly's real story bears little resemblance to the carefree clown he portrayed on screen. Most disturbing is how thoroughly his suffering was concealed from fans who adored him, creating a false narrative that persists even today. What you're about to learn will forever change how you watch those classic Stooges shorts, revealing the painful reality behind some of comedy's most famous routines and the cruel exploitation of a man who gave everything to make America laugh. The gap between Curly Howard's public image and private reality represents one of Hollywood's most successful deceptions. While audiences saw a seemingly indestructible comedian performing astonishing physical feats with boundless energy, the man behind the character was deteriorating physically and mentally at a shocking pace. Columbia Pictures, recognizing Curly's immense popularity and profit potential, constructed an elaborate facade to hide his declining health, personal struggles, and the brutal working conditions that accelerated his collapse. By examining 5 crucial aspects of Curly's hidden story, we can finally understand the true tragedy of this comedy legend, a man who brought joy to millions while suffering in ways his fans never suspected. Let's uncover the carefully buried truth about Curly Howard's life and career revelations that transform our understanding of one of comedy's most iconic figures. 1. His health collapsed far earlier than fans realize. When most people think of Curly Howard's health problems, they focus on the 1946 stroke that effectively ended his career with the Three Stooges. But the devastating reality is that Curly's physical decline began much earlier, a deterioration that Columbia Pictures deliberately concealed from the public while continuing to push him through an increasingly grueling production schedule. By the mid-1930s, when Curly was just in his early 30s, he was already experiencing serious health issues that would have sidelined most performers. He developed dangerously high blood pressure, struggled with obesity that fluctuated dramatically as he tried various crash diets, and suffered from chronic fatigue that made even basic movements difficult between takes. These weren't minor ailments, but serious medical conditions that required treatment and rest, neither of which Curly received in adequate measure. The physical decline became increasingly visible to those working with him, though careful camera work and editing kept it largely hidden from audiences. Crew members from this period recall Curly sweating profusely under the hot lights, sometimes nearly collapsing after particularly demanding physical routines. His signature rapid-fire delivery began to show occasional slurring, and the boundless energy that had characterized his early performances required more and more recovery time between shots. Most troubling was the studio's response to these obvious warning signs. Rather than adjusting production schedules or modifying routines to accommodate Curly's declining health, Columbia Pictures maintained its punishing pace of 8 Stooges shorts per year, a production schedule that required nearly continuous filming with minimal breaks. When Curly struggled to complete scenes, production would simply pause until he could continue, rather than addressing the underlying health issues that were causing these difficulties. The man who did backflips on screen could barely walk between takes, revealed one camera operator who worked on numerous Stooges shorts during this period. This stark assessment highlights the growing disconnect between Curly's on-screen persona and his deteriorating physical condition, a gap that widened as the years progressed. By the early 1940s, the decline had accelerated dramatically. Viewing Stooges' shorts chronologically reveals subtle but unmistakable changes in Curly's performance, his movements becoming slightly less fluid, his reactions a beat slower, his voice occasionally thickening. To compensate, directors began cutting around his limitations, using more reaction shots from Moe and Larry, and structuring routines to require less sustained physical activity from Curly. What makes this extended decline particularly tragic,